My dear students, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I will be explaining the B.Ed 4th semester subject Inclusive Education as prescribed by Osmania University and other universities of Telangana. We will go through the important questions and answers one by one. Let's begin with a quick revision. Unit 2 first important short question is: what is meant by intellectual disability? Intellectual disability. Definition. Intellectual disability, ID, is a condition where a person has below-average intellectual functioning and difficulty in daily life skills, such as learning, communication, and social interaction. It is usually present from childhood and affects a person's ability to learn at the same pace as others. Key features. 1. Low IQ. Generally, an IQ below 70 to 75 indicates intellectual disability. 2. Difficulty in learning. The person may take longer to understand concepts in school. 3. Adaptive challenges. Problems in managing self-care, social skills, and practical tasks. Example. A child with intellectual disability may struggle with reading, writing, or solving simple math problems, but with extra support, patience, and adapted teaching methods, they can still learn and lead a meaningful life. Educational importance. Teachers should provide simplified instructions, repeated practice, and supportive tools. Inclusive classrooms help children with ID develop confidence, social skills, and independence. Next important short question is: 2. Define multiple disabilities with an example. Multiple disabilities. Definition. Multiple disabilities occur when a person has two or more disabilities at the same time, which may include combinations of intellectual, physical, sensory, or developmental impairments. These disabilities together make learning and daily life more challenging than a single disability. Example. A child may have hearing impairment along with intellectual disability. This child may find it hard to communicate, understand lessons, and perform daily tasks without special support. Educational importance. Children with multiple disabilities need individualized education plans, IEPs, and special teaching strategies. Teachers should use multisensory teaching methods like visual aids, touch, and simple language to help learning. Collaboration with therapists, special educators, and parents is essential for overall development. Key point. With proper support, patience, and adapted methods, children with multiple disabilities can learn new skills, interact socially, and lead a meaningful life. Next important short question is: 3. What is cerebral palsy? Definition. Cerebral palsy is a neurological disorder caused by damage to the brain before, during, or shortly after birth. It mainly affects a person's movement, posture, and muscle coordination, though intelligence may or may not be affected. Example. A child with cerebral palsy may have stiff or floppy muscles, difficulty walking, or trouble with hand coordination. For instance, they may find it hard to hold a pencil or play sports like other children. Educational importance. Children with CP require physical therapy and adapted teaching methods in school. Classrooms should have accessible facilities, like ramps and modified desks, to support mobility. Teachers can use multisensory learning, visual aids, audio instructions, and hands-on activities to make learning easier. Key point. With proper support, therapy, and encouragement, children with cerebral palsy can participate in education, develop skills, and lead active lives. Next important short question is: 4. Mention any two learning disabilities in children. Learning disabilities in children. Definition. Learning disabilities are neurological conditions that make it difficult for children to learn, read, write, or do math, even though they have normal intelligence and opportunities to learn. 2 common learning disabilities. 1. Dyslexia affects reading and writing. Children may mix up letters, read slowly, or have trouble understanding words. Example, a child may read was as saw or struggle to spell simple words like cat. 2. Dyscalculia affects math skills. Children may struggle with numbers, counting, or basic calculations. Example, a child may find it hard to tell that 7 plus 5 equals 12 or confuse the order of numbers. Educational importance. Teachers should provide individual attention, step-by-step instructions, and visual aids. Using technology, charts, and games can make learning easier and more enjoyable. Key point. With proper support, children with learning disabilities can succeed academically and gain confidence. Next important short question is: 5 who are considered marginalized groups in education? Marginalized groups in education. Definition. Marginalized groups are students who face social, economic, or cultural barriers that limit their access to quality education. They often get less attention, fewer resources, and lower opportunities in schools. Examples of marginalized groups. 1. Children from economically weaker sections, EWS may lack school fees, books, or uniforms. 2. Girls in rural areas, sometimes denied education due to social norms. 3. Children from scheduled castes or tribes, SC face discrimination or language barriers. 4. Children with disabilities may not get inclusive classrooms or support services. 5. Migrant or refugee children face frequent school changes and language problems. Importance in education. Teachers and schools must provide inclusive learning environments. Special programs, scholarships, and support services can help these students succeed. Promoting education for marginalized groups ensures equal opportunities and social justice. Key point. Supporting marginalized groups helps reduce inequality and empowers all children to achieve their potential. Next Unit 2. Long questions. 1. Explain the nature and educational needs of children with cognitive and intellectual disabilities. Children with cognitive and intellectual disabilities, nature and educational needs. Nature of cognitive and intellectual disabilities. Cognitive and intellectual disabilities refer to limitations in a child's mental abilities affecting learning, thinking, problem-solving, and daily life skills. Children with these disabilities may have slower learning pace, difficulty understanding complex concepts, or challenges in communication and social interactions. Examples. A child may take longer to grasp basic mathematics or reading skills. Some children may struggle to remember instructions or manage daily tasks independently. Educational needs. 1. Individualized learning. Lessons should be tailored to the child's ability. For example, using visual aids for children who find verbal instructions difficult. 2. Simplified curriculum. Break complex topics into small, manageable steps for easier understanding. 3. Repetition and practice. Frequent repetition of concepts helps in retaining information. 4. Multisensory teaching. Use audio, visual, and tactile methods to engage multiple senses. For instance, using physical objects to teach counting. 5. Supportive environment. Encourage a positive, patient, and non-judgmental classroom to boost confidence. 6. Life skills training. Focus on daily living skills, social skills, and vocational skills to promote independence. 7. Collaboration with parents and specialists. Regular communication with parents, special educators, and therapists ensures consistent support. Importance in education. Providing appropriate support helps children with cognitive and intellectual disabilities to achieve academic success, develop self-confidence, and participate socially. Inclusive education ensures they are not left behind and have opportunities like other children. Key point. With adapted teaching methods, patience, and encouragement, children with cognitive and intellectual disabilities can learn, grow, and contribute meaningfully in society. Next important long question is: 2. Discuss the educational challenges faced by children with behavioral and emotional disabilities. Suggest suitable teaching strategies. Educational challenges of children with behavioral and emotional disabilities and teaching strategies. Nature of behavioral and emotional disabilities. Children with behavioral and emotional disabilities, B.Ed, may show difficulty controlling emotions, acting impulsively, or following rules. They might face anxiety, aggression, low self-esteem, or social withdrawal, which can affect learning and peer relationships. Educational challenges. 1. Disruptive behavior. Frequent tantrums or aggression can disturb the class and make learning difficult. 2. Attention problems. Difficulty focusing on tasks or following instructions. 3. Social difficulties. Trouble interacting with peers or forming friendships. 4. Low motivation and self-esteem. Lack of confidence may result in avoiding tasks or giving up easily. 5. Emotional outbursts. Sudden anger, fear, or sadness can interrupt learning. Teaching strategies. 1. Positive reinforcement. Reward good behavior and effort to encourage repetition. For example, praising a child for completing homework on time. 2. Structured environment. Maintain clear rules, routines, and schedules to provide predictability. 3. Individualized support. Adapt lessons according to the child's emotional and behavioral needs. 4. Social skills training. Teach children communication, sharing, and conflict resolution skills through role-playing. 5. Counseling and emotional support. Provide guidance sessions to help manage feelings like anger or anxiety. 6. Collaborate with parents and specialists. Work with parents, school counselors, and psychologists for consistent support at home and school. 7. Break tasks into steps. Simplify complex tasks into small achievable goals to reduce frustration. Importance in education. Using these strategies helps children with B.Ed focus better, behave appropriately, and engage in learning. It also reduces stress for teachers and classmates, creating a supportive and inclusive classroom. Over time, children develop self-control, confidence, and social skills, which prepare them for lifelong learning and relationships. Key point. With patience, consistency, and empathy, educators can help children with behavioral and emotional disabilities overcome challenges and succeed academically and socially. Next important long question is: 3. Describe the characteristics and classroom support strategies for children with physical disabilities and cerebral palsy. Characteristics and classroom support strategies for children with physical disabilities and cerebral palsy. Characteristics. Children with physical disabilities may have limited mobility, reduced strength, or difficulty in coordination, which can affect their ability to move around, write, or participate in physical activities. Children with cerebral palsy, CP, have neurological impairments affecting muscle control, posture, and movement. They may experience 1. Spasticity, stiff muscles making movements jerky. 2. Ataxia, difficulty in balance and coordination. 3. Dyskinesia, uncontrolled movements. 4. Speech and swallowing difficulties in some cases. 5. Fatigue easily due to extra effort required in mobility. Classroom support strategies. 1. Physical accessibility. Ensure classrooms are wheelchair-friendly, with ramps, wide aisles, and accessible desks. 2. Assistive devices. Use special chairs, writing aids, or computer-assisted technology to support learning and participation. 3. Modified activities. Adapt physical education and other tasks according to the child's capabilities. For example, allowing a child to participate in games using handheld equipment. 4. Flexible seating and scheduling. Give children extra time for tasks or breaks to prevent fatigue. 5. Peer support and collaboration. Encourage peer assistance and group work to promote social interaction and inclusion. 6. Individualized instruction. Adjust teaching methods based on the child's physical abilities, such as using visual aids or oral responses if writing is difficult. 7. Promote independence. Encourage children to perform tasks they can manage to build confidence and self-esteem. 8. Teacher training. Teachers should be trained in first aid, handling mobility aids, and adapting classroom activities. Importance in education. Providing proper support ensures children with physical disabilities and CP can participate actively, learn effectively, and feel included. A supportive environment fosters confidence, social skills, and academic growth, preparing them for independence and a meaningful life. Key point. With empathy, adaptation, and assistive resources, classrooms can become inclusive spaces where every child, regardless of physical ability, can thrive. Next important long question is: 4. Explain the meaning of multiple disabilities and discuss how inclusive classrooms can meet the needs of such children. Multiple disabilities and inclusive classroom strategies. Meaning of multiple disabilities. Children with multiple disabilities have two or more disabilities occurring together, such as physical plus intellectual or visual plus hearing impairments. These disabilities affect their learning, communication, mobility, and social interactions simultaneously. For example, a child may have cerebral palsy and vision impairment, making it harder to move around and read printed material. These children need specialized support and attention to participate in regular learning activities. Inclusive classrooms. Inclusive classrooms are designed to support children of all abilities, allowing them to learn together with peers. For children with multiple disabilities, such classrooms offer adaptations and individualized support. Strategies to meet their needs. 1. Individualized education plans. IEPs teachers prepare personalized learning goals and teaching methods for each child. 2. Assistive technology. Tools like screen readers, braille books, speech-to-text software, or adapted keyboards help children access learning material. 3. Flexible teaching methods. Teachers can use visual, auditory, and tactile aids to cater to multiple learning challenges. 4. Peer support and group work. Pairing children with supportive classmates encourages social interaction and cooperative learning. 5. Physical accessibility. Classrooms should have ramps, wide aisles, and adjustable furniture for children with mobility issues. 6. Regular monitoring and feedback. Continuous assessment helps adjust teaching methods according to the child's progress. 7. Teacher training. Educators should learn strategies for multidisability support, classroom management, and empathy building. Importance of inclusion. An inclusive classroom promotes self-esteem, social skills, and learning opportunities for children with multiple disabilities. It also teaches peers empathy, cooperation, and respect for diversity. Example: a child with hearing and intellectual disabilities can use hearing aids, sign language, and simplified instructions to participate in classroom activities, while peers assist in group tasks. This ensures active participation and a sense of belonging. Key point: by combining personalized support, assistive tools, and an empathetic environment, inclusive classrooms can effectively meet the complex needs of children with multiple disabilities, helping them learn and grow alongside their peers. Next important long question is: 5. Discuss the educational needs of children from marginalized groups and how inclusive education addresses their challenges. Educational needs of children from marginalized groups and inclusive education. Who are marginalized groups? Children from marginalized groups face social, economic, or cultural disadvantages that limit their access to quality education. This includes children from low-income families, minority communities, tribal areas, migrant families, or girls in certain regions. They may face poverty, discrimination, lack of school facilities, or language barriers. Educational needs. 1. Access to schools. Safe and nearby schools are essential for regular attendance. 2. Quality learning materials, textbooks, stationery, and teaching aids must be available in their language and context. 3. Supportive teachers. Teachers trained to understand cultural and socio-economic differences can guide children better. 4. Remedial support. Extra help for children falling behind due to social or economic barriers. 5. Life skills and awareness. Programs to teach health, hygiene, communication, and civic awareness. Inclusive education approach. Inclusive education ensures that all children, regardless of background or ability, learn together. It removes barriers and creates equal opportunities. Strategies used. 1. Flexible curriculum adapted to diverse learning needs and cultural contexts. 2. Community participation. Engaging parents and communities increases enrollment and retention. 3. Peer learning. Mixed groups encourage social interaction and mutual support. 4. Remedial and bridge courses. Helps children catch up with mainstream learning. 5. Scholarships and midday meals. Address economic barriers that prevent schooling. Example: a girl from a tribal village may face language and travel barriers. Inclusive education provides bilingual teachers, nearby schools, and community support, allowing her to learn alongside peers without stigma. Importance: inclusive education helps marginalized children develop academically, socially, and emotionally, while fostering equality and social cohesion. Peers learn empathy, respect, and diversity, creating a supportive learning environment for all. Key point: by removing barriers, offering support, and adapting teaching methods, inclusive education ensures that children from marginalized groups gain equal learning opportunities, empowering them to thrive alongside their peers.